Hey guys. Uh hey guys. So I decided that I was going to finally get around to a video that I've been wanting to do for a little while. Um so I did the research on this topic. If you're coming in live, you've seen what the title is. Basically, is the Disney quick service dining plan offered at Disney World worth it? I know currently it's not offered, but it was offered years ago. Um, so if it does come back, then you can decide if you want to do it. My prices for the meals are based on current. So basically, as of like between now or between like January of 2020 and or 2022 and current, which is June 2022. Um, so it should be about prices about that time or about then. So between the last 6 months is when I got these prices. Um, Sorry if it's kind of shaky. I'm currently sitting on my bed. Um, so I got the prices of the food off of Disney's website currently in the last few months. But the dining plan uh, uh, prices they they are from 2020 when it was last offered. So, well, the prices are going to be a little bit are probably going to be different when it does come back. If it does come back, Disney has said it's coming back, but we don't know if it is for sure. So, dining plan is only offered at Disney World Resort hotels. So there are 33 of them. It does not include the Good Neighbors or anything. Although Swan and Dolphin is not directly ran by Disney, is a part of their Disney hotel, so that doesn't include those. There are 33 of them out there that are um, on their website that will be offered or that you can stay at and get this. It is not a um, it's not necessary to get it. You can pay a pocket, you can do other things. There are four of these. Going to be doing a video of them, and uh, so we'll get into this. So, in order to stay at the places, like I said, you need a hotel. So I decided because there are four different um, hotel or types of dining plans. You have the quick service, you have the uh, regular, you have the dining plus, and you have the deluxe. So the quick service is going to be two quick service meals plus two snacks plus a refillable mug, and you get those amounts per night, not day, per night that you stay there. Because they're not going to give you. Uh, so you'll get them like you'll have. Let's say you're staying 10 nights and 11 days, so you're going to have 10 days that you can use it. Um, that's what I'm going to do, just because it made it a little easier to do 10. Um, and we're going to go back and forth between multiple parks, the water parks, Disney Springs. There's a few different places I go in here that are on Disney between all of the seven areas. So I chose many different options so that way you could see, hey, I can go here, I could go here, I could go there, or wherever. Um, and so uh, I decided that I was going to choose between or for the hotels, I decided I was going to choose between each of the different resort hotel levels. So with the quick service, I'm doing a value. With the regular dining, I'm doing a moderate. With the uh, dining plus, I'm doing a deluxe, and then with the uh, or the deluxe plan, I am doing a deluxe villa resort. So because we're doing the quick service meal, I decided to go with Art of Animation. Um, really nice, right next to Pop Century. Um, it is a lot of it's all Disney stuff. There's Little Mermaid, Finding Nemo, Cars. I forget what else is there. Um, there are multiple different ones. Finding Nemo, I think, is another one. So, um, so or per day, it would or per night, it would cost you 500 or $55 per person, and we're gonna act like it's just me, just one person. So you'll see one per person. It's gonna cost $550 for 10 nights that will be staying. So be staying 10 nights, 11 days. Basically, we get it or do this. Um, so I will tell you at the end what it's gonna end up costing, uh, or what the total prices are for the meal. So you can see, like, here's what the price is, or here's what the meal, or here's what the plan costs, and here's how much it was actually. This, of course, does not include tips, just so you can kind of see the difference of, like, if you were paying out of pocket, here's how much you're saving. So we're going to start with day one. So day one, I decided, well, let's go to Hollywood Studios. And so because we only have two meals that they're paying for, we have um, we have an option for our other meal. So you can either not eat your meal, you can bring your own groceries, you can pay out of pocket. So for the first day, we're going to Hollywood Studios, and we are going to go. Are we going to um, either bring our own food, groceries, whatever, or pay out of pocket for breakfast? So that could be we go to the food court and we pay for breakfast there, or at Hollywood Studios if there's a breakfast place we could go eat there. Um, so then for lunch, what I decided to do was Willie's Lunchbox. Um, so here's what each meal includes. If I remember correctly, it would be a so your entree, an appetizer, dessert, and a drink. And I've gone with those or with that because I remember that's what it was, at least for one of them. So I don't remember. So I decided to make it easy, and we're gonna go through all this because I remember, if I remember right, that's correct. And again, you don't have to have an appetizer. You don't have to have a dessert. You don't have to get a fountain drink. You could get You could literally get a sandwich, and or most of the time the appetizer, or it's appetizer or side. Sometimes depending on what it is. Um, and then you don't have to have a dessert. So if you feel like, oh, I only want a sandwich, I only want a glass of water, that can be your meal. It does not have to be all of the stuff that's put under this. So for me, I'm a bigger guy. I like to eat lots of food, eating a lot at Disney. If I remember right, I ate a meter pizza at Viennapoli by myself back in 2015 or 2012 or 2011 or something like that. And I was so damn hungry, I just ate the whole thing. I think it was 2011 because I ended up having heat sickness or heat exhaustion, and I didn't eat for 3 days, and I was hungry. So basically, so we're eating at Willie's Lunchbox. So I decided that just go off what I thought was good, regardless of price. That's honestly what I think you should do, regardless of price. Just look at what you want. Do not look at prices if you're doing the dining plan. So that's what I ended up doing, and then we ended up like, oh yeah, the price is this. So I decided to go with the barbecue brisket melt. Ends up being $12.99 before tax. So all this is gonna be before tax. Um, and then potato barrels, which basically is tater tots, ends up being $3.49. And so I can't tell you if this is all like sides are included in their like the combo or whatever. So some of these I know they are part of a combo, and some of them I can't tell. So if it is part of a combo, I'll let you know. Let's see. So then we also got our fountain drink. We're just going with regular fountain drink. Sometimes the price is a little different depending on where it is. Some of them are like 4.29, I think. Sometimes, and then most of the time it's $3.99, like this one is. And then we also decide, oh, we're gonna or to get a dessert too, which would be the raspberry lunchbox tart. And that comes out to $4.29. Lunch in total before tax would be $24.79 or 76. Sorry, and then we're also going to have dinner there too, or not in Hollywood Stew. We're gonna have dinner in Hollywood Stews at Pizza Rizzo. So for that or for entree, we're gonna have the pepperoni and sausage, or we're gonna have the pepperoni sausage pizza, $10.99. With the side Caesar salad, and that's gonna be $3.79. Gonna get cannoli for $4.99. Fountain drink $3.99, and then total for dinner would be $23.76. And then with our or for our first snack, whenever we want to eat it, you can also bank your meal credits and your snack credits. If I remember correctly, any meal credit can be banked, and if you don't use it, you end up getting 3 snacks. I remember for sure it is for the quick service. I think if it's any other ones, they treat it as the 3 too. So you can bank it. Not 100% sure on the regular one because the regular one has a table service one. Um, so we get two snacks. So for one of the snacks, I decided I'm gonna go to the market and get Jack Jack's Num Num cookie. It looked really good. I want to try it. Have not tried it because it didn't come out until after um, I went there last, and so um, so that would be $6.19. Our second snack would be at Hollywood Scoops. Brown or as I get the brownie sundae, and $9.79 is going to be for that. So then ended up for the total for the day, we end up with $61.50, and so like I said, $50 per stay or per night or whatever. So for the night or whatever you want, or for the day, whatever you want to call it. So we end up saving about $6.50 rather than paying straight out of pocket before taxes. Um, so day two, decided to go to Animal Kingdom again for breakfast. Bring our own groceries, pay out of pocket. Tusker House has a really great breakfast buffet. From what I could taste, I believe I've been there once or twice. I think just once, and I unfortunately was sick at that time with heat exhaustion. But from what I could taste, it was fairly good. So otherwise, there's other places. Where was it? The Yak and Yeti local food cafes. Those have breakfast too. So for lunch, we're gonna it's gonna be really hot or let's say it's that hot that day. We want to go. We're only there for like a few hours in the morning, and we're gonna go back at night. So for lunch, we decided to go to Wada Lodge. Um, that would be at Blizzard Beach, I believe. Let me look it up. But so we're going to Lotta Wada Cafe or Lotta Wada Lodge. Sorry. Um, I like bacon cheeseburgers. Absolutely love them. I don't know why I always end up getting them pretty much any time that they're available. So I decided to get the double bacon cheeseburger, and um, that's going to cost $15.99. And so Lotta Wada is at Blizzard Beach. Um, so then with fries, $4.49 for the fries. Uh, Decided to get a chocolate chip cookie for $3.29. Then a fountain drink too for $3.99. Then total for lunch comes out to $27.76. So then we go back to Animal Kingdom, we have dinner at Flame Tree Barbecue. I decided to get the baked macaroni and cheese with pulled pork, um, and that costs $11.99. With some French fries for $4.49. Then a cupcake, because that one does change out a lot, depending on the season. So the cupcake would be $5.99. And then fountain drink, of course, too, would be $3.99. And then, of course, if you're doing this as you're going to pay out of pocket, then you can also um, change that to water. They'll give you a water glass or whatever. They give those out for free. Um, so your total for dinner would be $26.46. So then the first snack would be at Cooling Hut, just getting a Mickey's ice cream bar for $5.69. That is at Blizzard Beach 2, if I remember right. And then our second snack would be at Dino Bite. And Dino Bite snacks, sorry. Getting a Mickey pretzel, and that's going to cost $6.49. So for the total for the day would be $66.70. So we're saving about $11.70 that day. Then day 3 on the Magic Kingdom. Gonna end up having breakfast at on our or bring on our own dime, or bring our own food or whatever. Like you go to the grocery store. You can have food delivered too. So lunch we're gonna eat at Casey's Corner, having the chili cheese all beef hot dog for $11.99. The some French fries for $4.49. Brownie for $4.29, and the fountain drink for $3.99. Bringing out total for lunch be $24.76. And dinner we decided to eat at Pecos Bill. So Pecos Bill Tall Tale Inn and Cafe. I've eaten at both these places. They're absolutely amazing. I've never had that chili cheese dog, but I really want to try it. So at Pecos Bill, we have the fajita platter. Absolutely phenomenal, I think. $14.99. So, and then get the side guacamole. So I'm not sure if it would be included as like a side or what for the guacamole. But we're gonna say it's that. Just for this video. Otherwise, it's $2. It's not that hard to pay for out of pocket. Then we're gonna have the churros with chocolate dipper for $5.89 for our dessert, and of course a fountain drink $3.99. So total for dinner would end up being $26.87. So if we didn't, it'd be $24.87. Or have that guacamole. So snack, because I absolutely love these. Gonna go to Aloha Isle, get a pineapple float for $5.99. Absolutely amazing, great thing for a hot day. I was there in July of 2021 and absolutely loved it. Went and got one while I was waiting for Jungle Cruise, because Jungle Cruise was like 70-minute wait. And being in the hot Florida sun is not good, especially when you're there in July. So second snack is the Cheshire Cat or Cafe, Cheshire Cattail, for $5.49. Also, some of these might not be on the menu anymore. I tried to make sure these were still on the menu, so that way it was easy for people to go look it up. So that was $5.49. So then for total for the day, it'd be $63.11 or $61.11, depending on if we end up having the side guacamole covered under the dining plan or not. So our fourth day, sorry, I kind of adjust this sometimes. So for day number 4, we're gonna go to Epcot, and breakfast would be bring in groceries or pay out of pocket. Um, see, Akershus has breakfasts. There might be a few other places around that have breakfast. I can't think of any other ones right now. Um, DisneyWorld.com would be your best place to look, or Google. So for lunch, we're gonna go to Yorkshire's uh, fish shop, and of course, if you go there, you gotta have the fish and chips. You gotta have it for $11.49. Um, and then we're gonna get a fountain drink for $3.99. So, like I said, or I don't remember. I don't think they have a dessert or any kind of side or add-on side or something like that. So we're not gonna get it. And most of the time, that stuff is pretty filling. So, like, would you, or why do you need it? I've had it there before, pretty good. Um, so, like that day, or like that meal, we're only having the entree, the side, it's a combo, and then the drink. We're not having a dessert. Don't. So, if we want a dessert, of course, we can go use one of our snacks or pay out of pocket at some other place that has a snack, or go to a shop and get like some trail mix or something, or a piece of candy or something that we want to get as our dessert for that meal. So lunch ends up coming out to 15 90 or 15.48. Sorry, a sec. There we go. So then for dinner, we're going to Sunshine Seasons. This is in the Land Pavilion. I been surprised. This was the best food court, or this was the food court that surprised me because they have lots of different. Like I believe they had Mexican, Asian, American. They had many different cultures, food, all in one cafeteria or food court, whatever. And you were able to go try them all. And they had some Asian food that blew me out of the water. Um, so decided to go there and get a bacon cheeseburger with chips. For $11.99, we're gonna get our dessert on this one. Turtle brownie for $4.79 and fountain drink for $3.99. From what I could see, uh, the chips are included with the burger, so we don't have to pay the extra like $4 to get them. So we're saving money there too if you pay out of pocket. So total comes out to 20.77, and then for one of our snacks, we're gonna go to Popcorn in Canada, and I want to get that maple popcorn. It sounds really good. I'm gonna try it. For the other snack, gonna go to funnel cake, and get the funnel or get the cookies and cream funnel cake, and that's gonna cost $13.50. So in total for the day, it's gonna cost us $56. So we only save a buck. Although going to Disney World, it's going to end up saving us a lot of money in the long run because we don't have to pay all that extra money, and you'll see a bigger difference when we get into the more pricey ones because we're able to go and eat at more pricey places. Um, so day 5, we're gonna go back to Animal Kingdom, and again we're gonna pay on the pocket or bring our own groceries. Like I said, Yak and Yeti local food cafes has breakfast, but we're gonna go there for lunch actually. So we're gonna get the American Kobe cheeseburger with French fries. I know for sure this is a combo, so um, it's included in the price, and it costs $15.99. And then we're also gonna get a mini mango pie. Never had a mango pie. It sounded really good when I looked it up. So that would cost $5.29, and then our fountain drink is $3.99. So total for lunch would be 25.27, and then for lunch, for dinner, if my thing wants to work with me, apologies. Is Pizza Safari. Uh, so there are two different pizza faris. One is called Pizza Fari Family Style or something like that, and one's just called Pizza Fari. The one that's called Pizza Fari is the uh, sit down, or no, it's the Pizza Fari is, or it just says Pizza Fari is the quick service, and then Pizza Fari Family Style, I think is what it's called, or something like that, is the one that's the family sit down. It's a buffet of pizza, and you just go up and get it. It's like a Pizza Ranch or something like that, or some or CC's or whatever you have around you. That's just a complete pizza buffet. Um, Around me, it's more Pizza Ranch. So we're gonna get the sausage and pepperoni pizza because personally, I'm not a big fan of pepperoni by itself. Um, I only really like it when I try or have it with other stuff. Sorry, it's bugging me. Um, so that's gonna cost $10.99. And we're gonna get a side Caesar salad for $3.79. Spaghetti meatball cupcake. Like I said, that could possibly be off the menu too. A lot of the desserts are seasonal. There are very few that actually stay all the time. So that's going to cost $5.99, and our fountain drink $3.99. For dinner, the total is going to be $24.76. Then we're for our first snack, or the first snack we hit is going to be Tamu refreshments, and of course, like I said, we got to get that Dole of pineapple float. For some reason, being an Animal Kingdom is just more hot, more muggy. For some reason, I know it's kind of like a jungle area kind of thing, but for some reason, like even when you're kind of standing in the middle of stuff, it's out in the open. It's muggy for some reason more than like Magic Kingdom. I don't know why, but it just is. Um, so we gotta get that pineapple float or Dole pineapple float for $5.99. Second one would be Trillo Bites. We're gonna get the Trillo Bite Twist, and that's gonna cost $4.99. So for the day, for the total, it's gonna be 61.01. So saving $6.01. Um, so day six, we're gonna go to Magic Kingdom, and we're for breakfast. Of course, we're gonna pay out of pocket or um, bring groceries or whatever. So when I say bring groceries, I forget if I said this correctly, but it could be something simple like a granola bar, an apple, PB&J, a piece of toast, an egg, some cereal, oatmeal, anything you want to get. Or if you want to go down to the cafe or the food court or whatever, or if you want to go to a different place like Magic Kingdom, before pandemic, offered in many different places had breakfast. So you had um, the Crystal Palace had breakfast, and Be Our Guest had breakfast, and all these other places had breakfast, and it was really nice to go and get that. Um, so for lunch, we're gonna go to Be Our Guest. So Be Our Guest is a prefixed uh, price, so you are allowed to choose a certain amount of things. Some of them are here, you pay this amount and then you can eat whatever you want. But from what I saw on Be Our Guest, it is you get one of these and one of these and one of these. So, um, so for so it's like an appetizer, your entree, your dessert, and your drink. Um, so, um, so for the appetizer, we're gonna get the Maine lobster, um, bisque. Um, Sounded really good. Wanted to try it. And then for our entree, we're gonna get uh, the uh, center cut flaming on. Uh, then with the white chocolate cupcake or chip cup, I think that's a or cupcake I can't remember. And then our fountain drink and it prefix menu is $62. So right there, just for lunch, we're saving $7 right off the bat. Like I said, there are some places like you'll see more of like Beer Guest is one. Some of these other or some of the other ones for dinner are going to be uh, you're going to see a lot more because they are like table services are going to you save more money from like what the prices are you pay for the dining plan versus what the meal is. It's like right off the bat we just saved $7 by eating lunch. Um, so for dinner we're gonna go to the Columbia Harbor House and get the lobster roll. That's gonna cost 14.9 or 15.99. Sorry, with some French fries for 4.49. The Minnie Mouse chocolate lava cake. I love lava cake. It's amazing. For 4.49. Then our fountain drink for 3.99. Then for total for dinner would be at 28.96. Um, one of our snacks is going to be Auntie Gravity's Galactic Goodies. You get the brownie sundae for 6.99. The second snack is going to be at Grass Island Tavern, the gray stuff for 5.49, and then total for the day is 103.44. So let me look up what the difference is. We saved $48 and 44 cents. And that's also another thing that I great about the uh, dining plans is we're able to go eat at places that maybe we can't afford. Um, like there's something called the signature dining. Those are table service ones. So like Cinderella's Royal Table, that's going to be a signature one. What that means is for the dining plan, it's going to cost 2 credits. So 2 meal credits. So like if you have uh, if you're able to eat at 3 different, or if you get 3 different meals for the day, like on the deluxe, you can only really eat at 2 different places because you just use, or for the day, you used you use 2 of them on Cinderella's Royal Table, and then you got to use your other one or whatever. Um, so some of these places you end up saving a lot more money, and they just cost a lot. Like Be Our Guest too is during the day it's a 1 credit. Uh, at dinner it's 2 when it becomes a table service. Um, so it all varies. There's a lot of different literature out there for these dining plans. I'm just trying to. I kind of gotten sick and tired of people being like, "Oh yeah, it's not really worth it," or whatever, or it's you're paying, or it's forcing you to get the most expensive stuff. No, you don't have to. Sometimes it's nice that you're able to get the more expensive stuff, but sometimes it's nice that you don't because then you can also eat at wherever you want. Uh, your meals are already prepaid, and you can eat wherever you want, and you don't have to really worry um, about paying each meal. You're just like, all right, yep, sign, I approve this, whatever. Um, and then of course the tip is not included. It never is um, in the or in the dining plan price. So that's all. That's going to be out of pocket. That's fine. And then any special drinks. I think you're allowed like 1 or 2 alcoholic beverages. I forget. Um, but of course, I don't drink, so I will not get an alcoholic beverage at all, ever. Um, if I do, if I'm buying one, I'm buying it for somebody else. Um, so on to the next one. So we're gonna go to Epcot for breakfast. Of course, again, we're gonna bring our own groceries or pay out of pocket. Um, for lunch, we're gonna go to Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Uh, Apologize, I am not 100% sure where that one is. Let's look it up. So it is in the World Showcase. Um, Probably in the Americas, uh, or in America, the U.S. or whatever. Um, so gonna get the Memphis dry rub pork ribs, and that's gonna cost 15.40 or 15.99. Or mac and cheese, 4.99. Then we're gonna get the s'mores brownie for our dessert for 4.99 and a fountain drink for 3.99. Total for lunch would end up being 29.96. Then for dinner, I'm gonna go to Lotus Blossom Cafe. This is a really good place to eat. There are people out there that don't think it is, but I highly recommend it. I went and had it in 2018 when I was at Epcot last, and we were kind of doing like a we have like $25 gift card for our lunch or for our meals that day. We'd eat breakfast in the room, and then we'd go and we were staying at Disney on Disney property. We were at Pop Century, and then we moved to uh, Saratoga Springs. So we went to Saratoga, or so we went between those two, and the whole time we just like each person gets $25 gift cards, whatever else you need, or whatever for your meals, and whatever else cost is going to be pay out, or you pay for it, or the or we're going to eat someplace, and then our parents decide to pay for it because this was for my sister's graduation, or so I went to Lotus Blossom Cafe because I was kind of hungry and I wanted a bigger meal rather than just the little stuff that they were doing at the Food and Wine Festival. You can use these at Food and Wine Festival. Um, your snack credits, I believe, is only what you can use. But yeah, so went there. It was phenomenal. Um, Probably one of the better Chinese quick service places I've eaten at. So, uh, gonna get the chicken fried rice combo. Not sure what that entails. Most of these combos I don't. I just saw it. Thought it was good. I didn't put any other notes down. So for that price or for that, it's gonna cost 14.50. Then I decided I'm gonna get the caramel ginger ice cream, which is gonna cost 3.95, and the fountain drink, which is 3.99. So total for dinner would be 22.44. Our snack, or one of our snacks is going to be at Artisan de Gas Coupe de. I can't say that. Uh, Artisans de Glace or whatever it is. Sorry, like Artisans de Glace and the Coupe de Dimiche. I is what it is or what we're getting. For 9.95. Then we're gonna go to the Kabuki Cafe in Kikagori for 5.50 for our other snack. So in total for the day, we're gonna end up spending 67.85. So we end up saving 12.85 on that day. For day 8, Hollywood Studios breakfast again is pay out of pocket or bring your own groceries. For lunch, gonna go out ADC commissary. It's actually pretty decent for fat or for quick food. Um, and most of these quick serves are not fast food. Most of them are kind of more like Culver's, where it's kind of made to order, um, but it's still faster than a table service. So we're gonna get the shrimp tacos there for 12.99. The caramel apple tart for 5.49. Uh, and then again the fountain drink for 3.99. Lunch would come out to 22.47. For dinner, we're gonna go to the Backlaw Express and get the 1/3 pound Angus bacon cheeseburger. Like I said, I love bacon cheeseburgers. For 11.99. French fries for 4.49. Then the Wookie cookie for 5.99, and our fountain drink for $3.99. Uh, Total for dinner come out to $26.46. Uh, One of our snacks would be at Epic Eats, and getting the funnel cake with cookies and cream and saucer vanilla ice cream for $8.49. If you could tell, like this was another um, cookies and cream funnel cake. This had ice cream on it. I don't know if the other one did, but there was a big difference. One was like 13 something. This is like almost 9. So it also, or a lot of the prices will vary from restaurant to restaurant, and they try and keep it similar or close to each other. And then sometimes it does depend on park to park and stuff like that. What different prices are going to be for probably the same thing, or something maybe has less on it or more. And if I remember right, the funnel cake with, or the cookies and cream funnel cake was going to cost that, or $13, and there's no ice cream. This one has ice cream and it's less. So all depends. Um, our next sack would be at Cat's Saka's Kettle Outpost. Um, Getting a popcorn mix for $6.49, and then our total for the day is going to be $63.91. So we end up saving about what, 8.91. Um, so our so day 9 is going to be uh, back at Magic Kingdom for our last day. Uh, and most of this was based on like the rides that I wanted to do. So for some people, they might want to just, their whole 10-day stay might just be like, I want to go to Magic Kingdom for 10 days straight, and that's all I want to do. Well, then you can go there or wherever you want to do. Or let's say I only want to go to Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Those are only two I go to, and I go to each one of them each. Or I switch off and I go to each of them for 5 days or whatever. It all depends on what you want to do, and it's all up to you what you decide to do. So again, breakfast is bring your own or pay out of pocket. Lunch would be at Tortuga Tavern and getting the barbecued slaw dog with chips. So this one I know for sure was included in the price, and you get chips with it for $11.49. You can also change it, or a lot of these you can just sub out or have things removed. It's not that bad or not that hard to do it. Sometimes they might end up dropping the price down if you have something big removed. Like let's say you're allergic to um, shrimp, and or the place only offers shrimp Alfredo. Well, shrimp is a big part of it, and you can. All right, let's say they were able to do chicken. You'd be like, hey, can you cut up some chicken and toss it in there? Yeah, we can do that. Sometimes they will sub it out and they won't charge it. Um, then if you're like, oh, I'm allergic to shellfish, can you take that out, or can you take the shrimp out? Yeah, here's like a $2 discount. I could do that. It's all kind of Disney's discretion. So back to this. So fountain drink be $3.99, and then for lunch would only be 14 or $15.49. Dinner we're gonna go to Pinocchio's Village House. Getting the all meat flatbread for $11.99. Some garlic knots for $4.99. Orange almond cake for our dessert for $6.19. Fountain drink for $3.99. Total for dinner would be $27.16. For our one of our snacks, we're gonna go Sunshine Tree Terrace. Get the citrus swirl soft serve cup for $4.99. Uh, Second snack would be Westward Ho. Get some jalapeno poppers. I love jalapeno poppers. I really want to get some and make it, or go and make some, but don't have really the time. And then those are $5.49. So our total for the day would be $53.19. So like I said, sometimes you are above it and sometimes you're below. So we lost out on about $1.87, so it's not that big of a deal. Like, or the one day we went to be our guest, it was $62. Right off the bat, just for one meal, we're $77. So a lot of times they'll end up offsetting. So for our last day, we're gonna go to Animal Kingdom. Uh, for this, of course, bring our breakfast, bring our food, or pay out of pocket. Um, we're gonna leave or in the afternoon or whatever and go to Typhoon Lagoon. For we're gonna go there, do lunch, ride. It's hot or whatever. Um, so I kind of did these in mind of you have the water park more options, so you have like two or a few days that you can go to the water parks, and then you're gonna go there and do lunch, um, and also with uh, uh, or maybe one day you want to go to Disney Springs or whatever. So we're gonna eat at Typhoon Tilly's. I'm gonna have the land and sea with French fries. That's gonna cost $12.49. Gonna get a chocolate chip cookie, $3.29, and a fountain drink for $3.99. So lunch is gonna in total cost $19.77, and then we're gonna since we've been to Animal Kingdom a lot, we just wanted to go for the morning or whatever. We wanted to go to the water park at the or in the afternoon. We decided we're gonna spend the night at Disney Springs. Well, we're gonna go to Yasaki Kiosk. Absolutely phenomenal. I um, can't remember what they call it. It's it's bowl. Basically, you kind of make what you want. Um, what's included is all the sauces you want, all the toppings you want, and one meat. If you want to pay extra to get other meats, you can. So I decided I'm gonna get the fresh salmon bowl. So um, the fishes are going to be sushi. Basically, they're gonna be raw. Um, so that's gonna cost $10. Um, plus a bottle of pop because they don't have fountain drinks. So bottle of pop for $4.50. So dinner is gonna cost $14.50. Uh, we're gonna go to Happy Landings ice cream and get a hot fudge brownie sundae, which costs $6.49. So I know this place is Aristocrates. I know it's gone, but there is another place in Disney Springs that has it. Has this the salted caramel bubble waffle for $8.99. Absolutely love it. Um, so you can go get it, but at this time it's no longer. Um, but I highly recommend it. So the total for the day is going to be 49.77. So we lost out on 5.25. Uh, but like I said, there was a day or a few days that have offset that price. Um, so in total for the trip, it before taxes, $646.40 is how much it would have cost us to go to all these places straight out of pocket. That includes, or that's just saying the places that we actually 100% for sure ate at. Um, so it all depends on where you decide to go. So you can, like I said, pay out of pocket for all your meals. Another option I did mention was you can be like, all right, well, I'm gonna take a $25 Disney gift card, and I'm gonna buy 10 of those, and each day that's gonna be my meal, and that's gonna be two meals, and then I'm gonna have some breakfast stuff in the room, and I'll eat breakfast, or I'll pay out of pocket for breakfast, and that way you can use them and do it that way. And then whatever else is left or whatever extra is left over that you need to pay, you just pay out of pocket for that little extra. So like let's say you used $14 on lunch and now you're spending another 14 on dinner, but you only have 11 on the card, and you need to just pay that extra 3 out of your bank account or cash or whatever. Um, so there's that option too. Pay out of pocket, dining plan, uh, gift cards for meals, whatever you want to do. So those are your many different options I'm giving you, as you guys can see what it all is. I'll try and post this on my blog. I think I have it linked in my on my channel. I'll try and get this posted out there so you guys can see. Hey, here's how I broke it down. Here's what it looks like. Um, so you can kind of see through this. Of course, prices are subject to change all the time. Literally one day to the next, they could raise the prices or lower it, or they can stay the same. Um, Meals or stuff is going to possibly change and go bye bye or whatever. So all this is subject to change, but I'm trying to give you guys a rough guess of what it is. Um, so I hope you guys enjoyed the live or video whenever you're watching this. Um, if you have any questions, please leave a comment, and I will try my best to answer them. Sometimes the best knowledge is right on the internet. Go Google it. But I tried to give you a thing because I'm getting sick. I'm tired of hearing people be like, "Well, it's not really worth it. You need to order a lot of food to make it worth it." No, you don't. You just need to choose what you want for a plan and eat what you want. And if you end up not using credits, well, then you bank them up, and you can maybe maybe for our last day, maybe we didn't eat. Maybe we only ate dinner that day. We really weren't hungry for breakfast or lunch, so we ate dinner, and we had another day left, or we had an extra point left. So we were able to go eat for our last day. We were able to go eat breakfast and quick service. We were able to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner all at those different places. All varies, all depends on what you want to do. But I just wanted to let you guys know what it was, and uh, I'll do one sometime later of the regular dining plan. That's going to be our next one. So I'll see you guys later.